All right, YouTube. Again, when you see this type of black talent put together under one piece of internet, you better go tell your cousins, your friends, and everybody because it's going to be a damn good show tonight. We have the living legend Larry. We got the king of jokes himself, J Mo, and we got New York's finest, the Mooch. Moochie, we'll start with you. How you doing tonight?
Hey, what's up?
And then we'll go down to the Shy. How are we going to do a show about the Shy if we don't invite the Shy? J Mo, how you feeling, my brother?
Hey, I'm all right, man. I'm hanging in there. Glad to be here. And the show, The Shy Season 4, it does have it looks like it got a lot of promise, And one of the things that I've been looking forward to and always is like the young kids' journey. Cause man, when we was young, man, life was crazy, fast. So much stuff happened. And they focus a lot on that. Not to say the other people ain't, got stuff too, but you young, dumb, and you doing so much so fast. So it's good to see that.
Yeah.
Although they are changing up a little bit. Like I could have swore Kev popped drunk ass Ronnie when he was like 10. Now he's scared of the cops.
I had a problem with that.
I had a problem with that. Like you traumatized
with Kevin's whole thing.
Well, we're gonna get there. My brother Larry, how you feeling tonight?
I'm good, man. I want to know if J Mo's gonna keep coming back when he becomes a big star.
Hey, I doubt that'll be me being the star. But
I don't doubt it.
Soon, man.
I'll always come back. But the star part, I don't know about that one though. But hey, I appreciate the wishful thinking.
You gotta put the good energy out there, man. Gotta put it out in the universe.
Hey, I'm gonna catch it.
Exactly. and
man,
so
I'm doing well, man. I'm doing well. So just hanging in there. I see Mooch has got her new do going with her curly cues. She's got the nice fashionable glasses, looking like she should be in Sex in the City.
What? Look, she robbed Shannon Sharp closet, took his glasses. Look at her. Got it all.
Shannon Sharp.
Took him out. But ladies and gentlemen, even though this review is about the Shy, I'm here to tell y'all the best show over the weekend was not the Shy. Nope. The best entertainment on TV was The Godfather of Harlem, which we will be reviewing on Wednesday. So don't tune us out. We ain't forgot about it. It'll be back on Wednesday.
I want to know how we're going to fit Run the World up into this schedule.
That's tomorrow night. That's
tomorrow. Okay.
Yeah, that's tomorrow. Larry, you trying to come for that too?
Man, I'm trying to come through, man. I'm always trying to come through, man. You know how we do.
Man, you worse than Ticks and Aiden, North Carolina. No matter what we do, we can't get rid of your ass. I mean,
never.
Can't get rid of you.
That's a good problem to have.
It is a great problem to have. So, ladies and gentlemen, let me shout out the crowd. We got Support Gaming. We got Ghost Blue. We got Buzz. Tressa C is in the building. Yes, Tressa C, her hair right. That's why we pick on her. She stay on them dudes. I don't know who her stylist is, but she must got her locked in the closet like R. Kelly, because that hair do every day. We got Sheena in the building and Nita the Diva, who will be here tomorrow night for all my dudes trying to holler at the lovely ladies of Life Games. She will be here tomorrow, so don't fret. And in always Life Games fashions, we always start this thing out with some kind of a video that gives you the essence of what went down. So without further ado, my people, let's take a look at one of the videos that made this story what it was yesterday.
What I gotta show my ID?
Oh, just show him your ID.
Ah, fuck that. Stop resisting. Get off me. Stop resisting. That's a fair question. What did he do? Oh, bro, man. Get off me, man. Get on the ground.
Lena didn't even have to put that in the story because, I mean, we seeing that right now day to day. But having said that, I'm going to take us from the beginning. I'm going to ask y'all to do the best you can not to get in front of the stories because I got everything y'all can think of in here for pictures. But I'm going to start with Moochie first. In the very beginning of the show, they gave you a montage of a premonition of things to come this season. You seen Jake kissing Gemma, you seen Keisha having a water birth, and you seen that dude Duda, the mayor, shot. Do you feel like those things are going to really come to fruition, Moochie, or do you think that this was a tease?
It might have been a tease where I'm hoping it's not, but it might have been a tease just to get us on that page. But it looks like it's going in that direction.
Gotcha. J-Mo, what you think, my brother?
I think it's gonna happen. I don't think it's a tease. My question is, how long we gotta wait? Is it gonna happen by the 5th episode? Or we gotta wait till the 10th episode to figure this out. You know, right. So that's where I'm more at. I hope it's more closer to the 5th episode. I don't want it to be another Lucius Lion and Cookie, and then we don't know what happened.
I know.
You know what I'm saying?
No,
look here, man. Who they done shot, man? They didn't shot me. Never find out, man.
No, he didn't pick on. No, he did. He done stomped all over somebody else TV program. Big Larry. Already. Hey. Big Larry, how you feel about the premonition? Do you think these things are going to happen, or was they just kind of teasing us?
No, they're going to happen. We've already seen it start to happen with Kev and Gemma and Jake. We already saw that start to happen with the way she's talking about Kev. She doesn't seem to like the way Kev is handling the situation with the police. She wants to be all extra militant and stuff, But Kev's sort of in a conundrum because he's the dude that wants to get out. He doesn't want to be in the hood getting beat up and killed. He wants to get out. She wants a dude that's like her father, but she also wants to be with the rough and tumble dude. Yep. And Kev's like, I want to be your dad. I want to be out. I want a nice house in a safe neighborhood with a family. And she wants that too, but at the same time, she doesn't want it because she wants to have the little bad boy. And Kev, I think, is going to catch the fallout for that. He's going to end up losing his trust in women and friends and everything else as a consequence.
Damn. Now, Moochie, who said last year Gemma and Jake was going to get together? I seen the writing happen.
That was one of your predictions.
Yep.
We both said that.
And
I was saying I hope it didn't happen. Mm-hmm. He said it too.
Yeah, of course he did because he
said it also.
Yeah, when we had that discussion, we was on this channel together. I remember it distinctly.
I said I could see it happening, but I didn't want it to.
Damn. All right. Let's go ahead and start breaking this thing down piece by piece. So first scene right here, and J-Mo, this is coming to you. Kev is in there tapping that militant ass. Just stroking it left and right. Kev done got caught up in the house. I love her background. She's got black positive people. She's got a brother with natural hair. She's got a sister with natural hair. And she's scared that dad is going to come catch her. So Kev's going to jump out the window. And his ass does jump out the window, only to find out dad got the house more locked down than Batman. J-Mo, break down this first scene for us. And what was you thinking as they played this out?
Hey, first off, you said he was tapping that militant ass. That was good. All right.
Look, man. I'm just the host, my brother. I'm just the host. That's it.
Hey, that was a good one. So, hey, first off, he's sleeping on it. First of all, he didn't marinated up in there too long, and now he got to jump out the window. And you know what I'm saying? It's getting good to him. You know what I'm saying? And he done got a little wee wet. He don't know what to do, and he making promises he can't keep. And one thing, like I even told my son, just because somebody don't say nothing, don't mean they don't know nothing. So he thinking that he made it clean and jumped out the window, and he like, oh hi. Dude looking at you like, man, you think you slick. What'd he say? This Negro think he's slick. Like, what? So he just waiting to get Kev in the right position, and then he gonna, you know what I'm saying, lay the smackdown on his ass. But he trying to see, because if he go too hard on him, he know his daughter with that militant ass is gonna start sneaking out to go be with him. So he gotta do it and play it right so that he can end this, you know what I'm saying, the correct way. And the problem, I think, with her is that she want to be with somebody like Jake, but that's because she ain't seen enough of the hard stuff in the street like they have. You know what I mean? So it's still like she want a bad boy, but you know she still want him smart too. And like Jake checking all those boxes, and then you know Kevin gonna be heartbroken, like we saw, like you said in the first scene. He wasn't even ready to fight for his love. He just ran away crying.
Right, man. It was rough, bro. It was rough. Living legend Larry. Break that scene down, and I want to expand on something else that happened in this same scene. So, as J-Mo said, Daddy didn't say nothing. Daddy know what's going on. But what I think happened was Daddy kind of likes Kev. Daddy sees a little bit of himself in Kev, and he didn't go hard at Kev. My brother, living legend, what do you think about this scenario?
Yeah, I think the dad's in a tough spot because he knows that if like J-Mo was saying, if he goes too hard on his daughter, the daughter will push back and they'll just start sneaking around. They already go to school together. They're just, you know, there are some people who truly believe, and I know that a lot of black folks don't feel this way, some white folks too, but there's a lot of people who believe it's better to have your kids do what they're going to do in their house under your roof where there can be some monitoring and they can be safe rather than have them out there sneaking around on the floor of some friend's basement or getting it in at the bathroom of some house party or in the back of a car or something like that. It's better to have them in their own space where they're safe. And so you may not like it, but at some point you have to ask yourself, what's going to be, they're going to do it anyway. So what's the best solution? And I think the dad, like you said, I think the dad really likes Kev. And I think when he looks around, the dad's not dumb. I think when he looks around, he realizes what her options kind of are. Like Kev is a good dude, you know? Yeah. And he's probably thinking she could do a lot worse. And I think he's about to find out how much worse she can do when he hooks up with Jay.
Right.
You know?
That's true. Hey, and that was an excellent point, Larry, what you said, because my parents used to say that to me, you know, and, you know, about rather do it here than out in the streets. And, you know, I know people that was getting it in the alleys.
Yeah. Hey,
I'm gonna tell y'all a story. I got it in everywhere.
The alleys or the staircase.
I hate. He says an alley. I hate to tell y'all a story. Let me make sure my wife and the baby can't hear me. But in Greenville, North Carolina, ladies and gentlemen, we used to have a place called Sports World for skating. You want to know where your boy lost his virginity? In the back behind the alley at Sports World. But I digress.
Oh my God.
The chick took it from him. Mooch. What do you think about this scene? She took it.
With the scene, he saw the camera at the last minute, but you know he was already at the door. He was already knocked. He already knocked at the door once he saw the camera, and then he was like, "Oh, I don't even think he thought everything all the way through like a normal teenager." Hey, you know how they do. They don't think things through.
Well, right. Mooch, I mean, when somebody put it on you good fashion, it ain't a whole lot of thinking going on. It's reacting.
The darker the berry, the sweeter the juice.
Oh, Lord.
Godfather Harlem. He had a whole bushel of berries. Hey, I ain't mad at him, though.
He was marinating in them berries.
I ain't mad at him either.
That juice was more like Kool-Aid. It was so sweet.
Hey, man, I got to be mad at him because, J-Mo, how the hell you going to want to marinate in the berries but don't want to give them no freedom? So I got to be mad at him.
You're right.
I got to be mad at him.
100% right. You're right.
I feel like him and the father also have a good rapport.
Right.
Okay, I agree with that.
And he might be just sucking up to him, agreeing with everything he says. Just to how you say? He just to get on his good side, but that's kind of pissing Gemma off.
Right, yeah, because
like she feels like he's sucking up too much.
And see, I see it differently.
I don't think he was sucking up at all.
I don't think he was sucking
that's
up
how
either.
she when they were having a conversation at breakfast, she did see it like that.
Yeah, she see it that way. Yeah.
See, I don't think Kev's doing that. I don't think she sees it like that. I think really what it is that the dad likes Kev because I think he sees a lot of himself in Kevin. Kevin's likes the dad because he doesn't have a dad, so he doesn't have that real role model to look up to. And I think he looks at this guy as like, you are what I want to be one day. You have the things that I want to have, the family, the house, the career, the safety, the security, all that. And when Gemma asked, when the dad asked that question and Kev gave the answer and Gemma was sort of looking at him sideways about it, he gave an honest answer. And what Gemma realized is, oh, I went and got a dude that I thought was going to be sort of an edgy bad boy from the hood. And really what I found was my dad. Like, this is a younger version of my dad. And she's realizing that now. And she loves him because, of course, she loves her dad. But she also doesn't like it because she's a teenager and a girl. She wants to go and be with some bad boy. And that's where the whole Jake thing's going to come in.
Right. Yeah. Also, don't you think maybe sometimes you don't appreciate what you have as much as somebody else may appreciate your situation? You know what I mean? Like, she grew up in that.
I don't like how disrespectful he is with like, he talks like he treats women like they're whores. Like, he's like, yeah, like, I ain't never gonna tell a bitch I love her.
But that's how young dudes talk.
No, I know what you're saying, but she got somebody that's right here respecting her, and I think the tables are gonna turn. She doesn't know what she's getting into.
That's true. But his role models was Reg and Trig.
Right. But see, that's the thing that a lot of young girls like. They like that dude because they think all of that. They think all of that false bravado is sexy and masculine, and they often don't really. And you're a woman. I don't know how much you've experienced it, but oftentimes women don't get it until they're a little bit older. Some girls get out of that phase and they move on and they go back to a dude like Kev. Yeah. And sometimes the dudes like Kevin are like, I don't got time for your bullshit. Right. You weren't here, and now I found somebody else. But sometimes what happens, those girls get all into those dudes, they're having fun, and they get knocked up. And now they're stuck with that they're stuck with that world for the rest of their life. They either may move on and find a nice dude, but they're always going to have that tether back to that world because of something they did when they were younger. Yeah.
I got a quick story of something similar to happen to me like Kev. It was this one girl, we actually even met in preschool. And we ended up reconnecting again in high school. We only lived a few blocks away. I love this girl. And I treated her like Kev almost, except I ain't gonna say I love you. But I liked her, loved her a lot. And she broke up with me and said I was too nice. So I'm like, damn, no more Mr. Nice Guy.
Boy, I'm coming to you, Larry. I mean, I think all men could relate to that story. I'm not even gonna put my story in here. As Tracey said, save it for the book. So I'm gonna just go and save that for the book.
That was the edited version.
Right. It's gonna be chapter 4, the skating rink.
No. We're gonna start at the skating ring. 16 years old. We're gonna start there. It only gets worse. In the back alley of skate world, and what the hell am I there for anyway? Because to this day I can't skate unless it's carpet. So
you was in the alley. You wasn't on the rink. You was in the alley. What? Of course you
going in to either play the video games, because that's what most of the guys used to do at the skating rink.
That's what I did too. I was in there Mortal Kombat all day.
Yeah.
I'm old, man. It was Altered Beast at the arcade when I was there.
So then we get this scene right here. Lord have this poor boy is sweating bullets, man. Larry, this is your boy Emmett. He cannot let these two women have a conversation without jumping in it, thinking they're talking about him. Now, Larry, what we gonna do about this, brother? What we gonna do?
Well, here's the thing. I have mixed feelings about what Emmett should do, right?
Okay.
And here's the reason why. I think that, obviously he's scared.
Lord, you about to go Steve Harvey on me. I can't wait to hear this.
No, he's scared. He doesn't want his girl to find out that he slept with with Lala's fake booty. And so he every time they have a conversation, he's thinking that something's going on because she already told his dad. So now he's afraid, she's gonna mess around and tell my wife, and so I think he's nervous, and I think he should, on one side, I think he should tell Tiff, because, she's up there working with this girl, having drinks with her, smoking with her, eating edibles and all this stuff, being friends with her, and she's thinking, oh no, they're not sleeping together. In fact, she's sleeping with Emmett's dad. There's no way that anything's going on.
but that's true.
And so she's up there. So now she's up there, and when because it's not a matter of if she finds out. It's just gonna be a matter of when. When she finds out, she's gonna feel like a complete fool who's been used and played, and it may be at the point where there is no coming back for Emmett and Tiff. And so I think it's best if he tells her now, if he does the telling. If he tells her and he's honest, there's a because she's been mad at him God knows how many times. It's not like she doesn't know how to forgive him, and she might be able to do it. But if she feels like everybody around them knows and everybody's been playing her, then she's not gonna have any love left for him. She's just gonna be like, I'm done with you. I understand you messed up, but you left me out there looking like a fool, and you didn't have to do that. You know,
Moochie, I'm coming to you now. So he's got this business with Dom, and now Dom about to go in business with Tiff. Now I've always learned, and I've learned the hard way. Sometimes you don't want to be mixing business with pleasure. So Moochie, where you gonna go with this? Should the pleasure and the business continue to mix, or should
I don't know, for some reason, because of the writer who she is, I think her and Lala gonna end up messing around, and that's how he really gonna be hurt.
What? Whoa!
Yes, I don't know why I keep seeing it's gonna go left, yo.
Whoa!
It's gonna go left.
See, that's why when Harlem, Queens, and all the 5 boroughs of New York speak, I listen. She done said we about to get some lesbian love between.
Just because I
if that happened, he all good. He might as well go ahead and be the meat between that meal.
But his daddy's too. His daddy involved too.
See,
Tiff is gonna hurt me.
It's people in the chat saying that. Look, I don't know. For some reason, this whole episode gave me threesome vibes. But I don't want to get too far ahead, but we're gonna come back to it later, which was one of my questions too.
But it wasn't just threesomes. It wasn't just threesomes. It was betrayal. It was all these relationship betrayals. To me, it was threesomes vibe. No, because
I can see the doodah part of threesome.
They're not threesomes though. It's betrayal, because it's not like any of them are out there trying to have this consensual 3-way relationship. It's about like Kev and Jake. It's about betrayal.
Oh, yeah.
You know when you look at Emmett and his dad and Tiff and him, it's all about betrayal and lies and deceptions. And we see what's happening with Duda and his wife, and I forgot the other chick's name.
Tracey, man, because I'm mad.
Tracey and
oh my goodness,
she already gave the sign off on that, but I didn't want to get too far ahead. Remember, she was messing with a girl before.
Okay, so J-Mo, talk about this situation with Emmett, then we'll move on, because boy, it's getting deep now.
Hey, it is, and I want to give both of y'all, Moochie and Larry, credit. I didn't even think about the threesome or the betrayal, but I see it both now that you said it, so that's a good one right there. Good point.
That seems to be the theme of the whole series, because that's the way they've already shown
three.
Yeah, it was three stories. All of them with the youngins.
Yeah.
Then you had Tracey and Duda.
Yeah.
Then you had Tiff.
Yeah.
So
now, as far as Emmett, I think Emmett needs to shut his ass up, forget about it, and move on. It didn't happen. That's all. It never happened. It ain't no need to bring it up. She told his daddy, he is able to be like, hey, that's old. That's before you got married. You know, whatever. Move on. He need to stop sweating bullets and tweaking out. And he need to, help his daddy hook up that old ass VCR.
I would agree with you, Jay. Except the problem is that I believe that what's her name? What's Lala's character's name?
Dominique.
Dominique. Right. Because Dominique is already told. Dominique's already told Emmett's dad. She could have just kept it to herself and let it go. Neither one of them have an interest in letting anybody know. So both of them could have just kept it to themselves. Instead, she went to go tell him. And because she did, I am of the mind, I believe she is like, I'm the type of person that's going to be truthful and say everything. Don't take the filters off. So I think that once she becomes closer with Tiff and becomes real friends with her, and maybe when they go into business together,
well, the flashback showed
she's going to be like, I feel bad, And I feel like I have to tell you this before we go any further because I don't want you to find out and then hate me. So she's going to tell her, and then it's just going to blow everything up.
Yeah.
Either that or they're going to make the edibles there.
I think Emmett's going to tell on himself because that guilt is really messing with him.
Yeah, she say you've been acting different ever since we got married. And when you see in the very beginning, you can see Dom and Tiff have a little look, and it ain't a happy look. So it looked like she probably told. Then we see she telling her new daddy what done happened. But like somebody in the comments said, they surprised the dad was cool with it. What he gonna do? Give him a whooping?
No, because look, she got that daddy. She got that daddy nose wide the hell open, and I'm trying to understand how he's supposed to be an old school player from the Himalayas. And he done tapped that plastic booty, and she got him wrapped so hard he wrapped his ass talking about marriage. Boy.
Yeah.
But he's like that though. That's what he does. He is the time getting married.
That's what he does. He marries him.
And then not only that, is it me or do you think that he's messing with Emmett to make him like? It just seemed like he was poking him with it.
Yeah, he is a grown man on the grown man level, and Emmett still got immaturity. And
he probably was messing with Emmett a little bit. I'll tell you what I think is going to happen. I think somehow either Emmett's going to say something or Tiff's going to say something. Hell, it might even be the dad that says something to Tiff, and then Tiff's going to be done with. I mean, Dom's going to say something, or Emmett's dad's going to say something. Maybe Emmett says it. Tiff's going to be pissed off. She's going to leave. She's not going to want to come back. And Emmett's going to actually end up back where we think he should be, which is with our girl Keisha.
Okay.
Well, Emmett,
because he already said, I want another baby. Tiff doesn't want one, and Keisha's about to have one. And she's not giving that baby up. And now, if her and Emmett get together, they can have their own family.
Emmett don't need no more kid. He barely got out of his mama house.
But
yeah, Lamont, you 100% right though. They shouldn't have mixed that business with pleasure. He should have kept them far apart, not hanging together, not being friends. He should have never did that. And now it's and then he's staying stupid. What y'all talk about? About me? What you laughing at me? Like
that's why he need to get in front of it, J-Mo, so he ain't got to be thinking like he ain't got to be sweating nothing.
But Jay, there was no way they couldn't have not mixed business and pleasure. They couldn't do it because from the very beginning when he knocked on Dom's door to go see if he can get her to cook for the first thing she said was, "Let me see what you're packing with."
Yeah, she was on that from the giddy-up.
She said, "Let me see it." I mean, that's crazy. That is crazy.
Ain't nothing wrong with being a freak. I'm just saying, like, what he supposed to go run home and tell his wife, "I got a chance to go into business," but she wanted to see my wee-wee.
No, you don't tell her that.
You don't tell her, but I'm just saying there was no. I mean, the relationship started off on a sexual note. There was no not mixing business with pleasure because it started off with that.
Well, no, I'm saying he shouldn't have let Tiff become friends with Dom part. That's what I'm saying.
I mean, but he couldn't help that either because Tiff was helping out with the shop.
With the weed too. Now,
what was he gonna do? Tell her, no, you can't come by the shop. Stay away.
Yeah, man.
I'm right.
This is a mess.
I'm working. I ain't got time. Don't be coming up here. Man. I'm working, man. I'm busy. I have DoorDash, whatever you need. Stay your ass away.
I'm gonna take us to the next subject, but I'm gotta say, man, I got to agree with Moochie. Them chicks is gonna be eating them edibles one night, and then the next thing you know, it's gonna be liquid lips on liquid lips.
They gonna start talking about what they do in the bed.
Man.
You already saw they said, what we gonna do with them?
Right. All right, Mooch, it's your turn. So this is early in the episode. We see Duda done hooked up Imani and Trig, and Jake is in here too. And Duda comes down here to just see where his money's been spent, check on Trig and make sure he handling business. And you want to take Jake to school, and Jake's like, hell to no, I'm not fooling around with you, dude. I know who you are. Moochie, talk about why they threw this scene in there and what'd you take away from it?
What I took away from it, I think Duda gonna try her.
Whoa!
I think Duda gonna try Imani.
Let me pull down this.
That's gonna go left
at her that made me think that a little bit.
That's gonna go left too. That's gonna go extremely left.
Wait a minute. Wait, Lord have mercy, boy, y'all. Oh Lord, you think Duda is gonna try Imani?
Yes, and it's gonna go left.
Well,
Because remember, he thinks she a woman.
I don't know about. You think so?
All right, look.
Hey, she usually right, J-Mo.
Hey, don't get yourself in trouble, Moochie.
She usually
Y'all
right,
didn't
J-Mo.
see the montage in the beginning.
I'm just saying, be careful with the language because people will get up in the comments and fillet you.
No, they don't do Moochie like that.
Left. I said y'all know why it's gonna go left.
Larry, they don't do Moochie like that.
I'm not saying anything. I'm not trying to offend anyone, but it's gonna go left, and it, that's just like an everyday thing.
Wow, J-Mo, what you think about this scene right here when he came down there to give them the little talk?
First of all, I think Trig is an idiot. Man, and they got Faison Love working at the basement sweeping up hair.
You know what?
But why is Trig trying to be adversarial? First of all, he paying the tuition. He helping you with a job. Like, where you was about to work? What you about to do? Bag groceries? Like, when you tripping? You got the mayor in your pocket. Like, well, you in his pocket, but that's a good pocket to be in. It ain't a spare change pocket. Like, what the hell wrong with you?
He showed the hell ain't out of pocket.
No, I'm gonna take him to school. Man, let him take him to school. What the hell, dude? No, you stealing my love.
He was like male or gangster.
I know. Who gives a damn? Who are you, idiot? Or a bigger idiot.
Oh, man.
Boy, living Larry, take us home on this subject right here, man. Lord, boy, yeah. I'm about to go get me some popcorn for this. Y'all are mad.
All right, now to the contrary, I don't think this scene was that involved. I think this scene was just a reestablishing scene to remind us that Duda is a gangster and a drug dealer, and he's still in the game. Even though he's a mayor, he's still in the game because Trig works for him.
Okay.
And that's basically what it is. It wasn't one of those things where he was trying to go do something in particular. It was sort of just to remind us, even though he's a mayor, even though he went and got elected, he's still the same gangster ass dude, and he has one foot in the streets and 1 foot in City Hall.
Okay. He don't have any security around him to be the mayor. I ain't never seen that.
No, he still got his strong arms from the street with him now.
I don't think he has them walking in there, but he has the state police that are with him. They just don't have the uniforms on.
Right.
Not state police, the city police.
He got him a body or two that's working with him or what may have you. Now,
and as far as they're concerned, they think he checking on Jake.
Could be.
He is in a way. Like, I don't know why Trig is so offended.
He's just a hothead.
He is.
I mean, really, between him and Imani, the one who is the business person with the stable head on their shoulders is Imani, and Trig is just I hate to say it, the muscle, the hothead in the group. That's what it is in that Bonnie and Clyde situation. Coming to you next, Larry. This scene has no significance I want y'all to talk about, so I'm gonna just tell you what it meant to me.
I'm looking at these comments.
Look, check this out. So Tiff is helping Keisha, my favorite female character on the show, pick out an outfit. And at the time, we didn't know that she was staging herself to be putting the baby up for adoption, but she is. And I brought this up because it's important that we know when all the shit hit the fan with everybody on the Shy, this young lady right here is going to be the one to bring everybody back together. And I just want you, I'm just putting that on the record so y'all know you heard it here first. The person that's going to bring everybody back together when everything hit the fan is going to be this young lady right here, straight out of Raleigh, North Carolina. Now, for you, Larry, I got this scene right here. Now, this broke my heart. Oh, Lord, this broke my heart. This is Duda coming in here to mess around and fraternize with my second most favorite female person on this cast.
Davis.
The lovely. And when I say lovely, I mean ain't nothing plastic lovely about this young lady right here. She's doing a nonprofit because she lost her son and she wants to help young black youth. And Duda is coming in there to say, you know what? I want to help you out. All right. Now, Larry, me and my wife had a little debate yesterday about what was the merits of him coming to help her. She obviously thinks he's a sleaze bucket, right? She says that during this exchange they had. I don't trust you, a sleaze bucket. But you know what she turned around and did, Larry? She complimented this fool on his suit. Then she let him enter her personal space. And ladies and gentlemen, let me just go ahead. Ladies, let me tell you something. if you really don't like a dude, do not let him get within corona mask area of your face because we automatically know the
She
draws
got
can
close
be had.
enough to smell his cologne.
We automatically know.
Pushes his cologne.
Yeah. So Larry, you get this one first, man. What the hell's going on with Tracey, man? I'm disgusted she's falling for the bad boy.
As we know, Tracey has horrible taste in men. And so it doesn't surprise me. It doesn't surprise me at all. You know?
But wait a minute. I thought you liked Ronnie by the end of last season.
I do, but I will tell you, I liked Ronnie, but I would not have told any woman in my sphere that you should hook up with an alcoholic, homeless dude who lives under a bridge. I would not do that. I don't care how good the dude is.
She made him like that.
But, you know, she has bad taste in men, and this is just another example of that. And I think there's going to be something that goes down between either her and well, both of them. Maybe it becomes some sort of, polyamorous relationship they enter into or something. I don't know, some sort of triad. But I think it's going to be the reason why. I think it's going to be the reason why Duda gets shot. We already saw it happen in the show. So I don't know if it's going to be Tracey that shoots him or if it's going to be her. If it's going to be the wife that shoots him. But I think it's going to be. And Mooch is shaking her head, but they're already setting this whole season up to be all about betrayal. So I'm assuming that him getting killed is going to be because of that sort of betrayal and not because of something political.
It's a woman, all right, but it ain't that one.
It's either Imani. It's either Imani, Candy, or Tracey.
It's gonna be Tracey or Candy. It's not gonna be Imani.
Okay. All right.
You sure?
Moochie.
Yeah, I don't think it's gonna be
you.
Sure?
Take the floor.
I'm sure.
Mooch.
All right.
Take the floor.
Now with this, she was already saying she wasn't feeling him.
Right.
But she is intrigued by him. Mm-hmm. And I'm going to add on to piggyback off what Larry said about her. Look who her last man was. A dude living under a bridge.
It's her fault.
Not only that, she knows.
If your man's name is correct, then cool. But if not, he doesn't need to live under a bridge.
Her father was too.
Yeah, that's true.
Her father was a gangster.
Yeah, that's true.
So
but she got like kidnapped or something and forced into that, right?
I don't know if she kidnapped. I'm talking about remember when her son got on the first season?
Yeah, he kind of like made her be with
that was her.
Stuff.
Come on, he probably sweet talked her. We know he probably was a dirty old man.
I'm gonna say
she has horrible taste in men.
Chicago.
She has horrible taste in men.
And you made a good point. I'm gonna say something.
She's a damaged person, that girl.
Yeah.
J-Mo, it's on you, my brother.
For some reason, I think that Imani's gonna be the shooter.
Yeah. Hey, so Lamont, you said she complimented his suit. She was kind of giving a backhanded compliment. But what I know from growing up in the Chi, and I don't know a lot of women like this, they like slick talking men, and like some people call it game or whatever. So she said that an average dude might be like, oh, well, fuck you or whatever, this or that. He was like, so you like my suit. You know what I'm saying? Like played it and reversed it. So he in that mind. So once you get into that mind, then you can, control the body. And so that's sort of what Moochie, you was saying with that older dude, he was in her mind a little bit too. You know what I'm saying? And so she like dudes that got that game and that mind, you know what I'm saying? Now Ronnie, he was under a bridge because she had that good, made him go kill somebody. You know what I'm saying? She done threw him out the house. Then he just was like ready to die, became an alcoholic. I couldn't take it no more. I was ready to die. I couldn't get no more of that sweet potato pie. I was gonna die.
I mean, fellas, let's just be honest. That's a whole lot of sweet potato pie. You
ain't lying, boy. Hey, Ty Davis is fine, boy. That's a beautiful woman, boy.
She right. All right,
her character has horrible taste in men.
Sure do.
She breaks men. All the men she done messed with is dead.
She got
that Black Widow thing going on.
Point. So
this is another thing.
That obviously means she gonna mess with Duda because we know he gonna die.
Right. And this is another issue I have with what's her name that writes this show. She hates. She writes like she hates black men, and she writes like she hates straight people, because if you look at this show, the only people that seem to have healthy relationships are in gay relationships. All the straight people are in these fucked up, just really messed up in the head relationships.
And not for nothing, when I was watching this episode, I thought about you, Larry. I thought about what you said. And I was like, Dad, he done hit the nail on the head with that one.
Well, let me tell you what a lot of lesbians and gay people claim. Gay people get upset when, politics and the Supreme Court and whatever court don't want to give them rights when they feel like their relationships tend to stay stable and last longer than people in straight relationships. And I guess Lena Waithe is trying to put that vision in her writing in the TV series. That's what it seems
like. Lena Waithe is on some bullshit, man. If you look at relationships anywhere, there's going to be good ones and there's going to be bad ones. She doesn't have any examples of good heterosexual relationships. She doesn't have any examples of good, solid black men in her shows. All she has are good homosexual relationships and fucked up black men.
Yeah, they had one good relationship, but they ruined it. Remember Papa's father?
Right, none. Exactly. She destroys them all.
Yeah, they ruined
it. He in jail.
Some bullshit. Even the one dude.
He a crooked preacher.
Yeah, they took him the last episode last season and took him to jail.
Well, he got arrested, but he got arrested. I think he got out.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean, all the relationships are terrible. Even they make all the women look bad on some level, and the one woman that we thought, okay, maybe there's some hope for her here, and Emmett's mom, now they have her sleeping with a damn prostitute.
Oh, Lord have mercy.
Oh, yeah.
Wait a minute, Larry.
To talk about keeping it in the family.
I'm going to stop. I'm taking my running shoes off. I'm stopping right there. I'm going to let you go ahead.
The dude is a masseuse, man.
The dude is a male whore. He is a prostitute.
Wait a minute, Larry.
He's a man whore.
Larry, you said he's giving everybody happy endings, Larry?
That's what he does.
He don't give everybody happy endings.
That's
what he does.
Good job to me.
Okay, but you don't want your daughter to be with that dude.
Hell no.
Exactly.
Okay, J-Mo coming to you for this one. I told people, I ain't doing. Boy,
telling you.
Where do I sign up?
Boy, all right. So this was one of the most dramatic scenes that we didn't even need her to put it in here, but I'm kind of glad she did. Maybe whatever Anglo-Saxons watching the show will maybe start understanding. So we get this scene where the kids is coming home from school, and you got this old fuck boy right here. Every hood got one of these dudes that just hate just to be hating. So he hating on Kev in his outfit. Jake done transformed out of his outfit. Jake stood up for his man and was about to go toe-to-toe with him, and then he let it go. Next thing we know, all of a sudden, out of nowhere, police pops up. Show me your ID. Jake's like, F that. The police beat him up. You got Papa down here with Maisha recording the whole story, and it turns into a all-out melee beat up on Jake. J-Mo, take that one for us. Let us know what you think.
All right. I don't know if y'all noticed, but this dude right here, he's a cool dude, but that's the dude that shot Ronnie.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's the dude that shot Ronnie. I don't know how he knows them in the relationship in this show, other than maybe just knowing people in the hood passing by. Or...
He knew Trig.
No, they knew them. They know him because of Coogee, because of the boy that got killed.
But Coogee didn't hang with them, because Coogee older than them.
Now he knew about Reg. He knew Reg had got clipped. Because he said that
he said you end up like your brother.
Right.
And so, like in the hood, you do know about other people in the neighborhood and blocks, this, that, and the other. So, Reg probably had a rep. He probably know him through that. And, the 63rd Street mob or whatever. I mean, it's not a real gang. But anyway, so maybe that's how they know each other. I don't know. But, he the dude that popped Ronnie. Now, Jake should know by now the best way to get through the cops is to just give them what they want. Like what he thought he gonna say, I ain't got to show you no ID and just walk off and the cop just gonna stand there. Like, I know they're young, but like at a young age, I learned how to deal with the cops. Be like, yes, sir. Okay, here you go, sir. And I'll be quiet. But when I leave, I'll be talking again. You know what I'm saying? Like, why that was unnecessary. And then he got mad at Kev, talking about you ain't have my back. Kev, like, what I'm supposed to do? Fight the police?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it wasn't making no sense. So, I mean, as far as why Jake was mad at Kev and why Jake put himself in that situation. And then I ain't trying to jump too far ahead, but I think that was stupid for them to be mad at Duda because you in the hospital in cuffs for what you did. Talk about some, like, what is his fault or whatever. Like, you supposed to control the police. Or like, they ain't making no sense with that. But they young, and Trigg is way too emotional this season. I want blood. Like, so you want him to kill a Chicago police officer because he punched your brother in the mouth?
Hey,
he could have him fired.
That's what he do. Living legend. Give me your take on the situation.
Yeah, this is one of those things where it's just like, I feel like you have to train your young black men how to deal with this type of these situations, these scenarios, because otherwise, if you don't, you can't treat the cops like you would treat some just hood nigga that where you're just like, fuck you, I don't have to say anything to you or whatever, try and puff your chest up at somebody like you would if it was just some regular dude. You can't do that because these dudes can kill you and get away with it, you know?
Yep.
And so, you know, when he's up there like, I don't have to show you anything. And I get it. It hurts. It hurts your heart sometimes. It hurts your spirit when you have to suck that down and give them what they ask for. I mean, we've all done it. I'm sure all of us on this panel have been pulled over, stopped by a cop, and for no reason, and had to go and show your ID like you were some, you know, like you were in some third world nation or something, showing your papers, you know.
Right.
But it's not even in those moments. It's not a matter of, okay, let me show how big and bad I am. It's a matter of survival, you know. And Kev understands that. Jake is up there puffing his chest up, trying to talk big and bad, and Kev is like, think about survival. You know, for me, my brother's not I don't have a brother who's a gangster that's gonna go and kill somebody. You know, I don't have a sort of father figure that's a mayor. I don't have all that. I have me. Right. You know,
that's true.
I have me. And when my sister went missing, it wasn't the whole world that went gone looking for her. It was some homeless bum that found her. You know,
that poor fella. I'm coming to you now, Mooch. But before I get to you, Mooch, I want to add a little piece to this story and let you break this part down. So after this whole thing went down, Kev is here with Maisha and Papa. And he does not want them to post the video that they have. Now, this part made me frustrated with Kevin. And obviously, okay, I'm just going to save that part. I was about to say, I'm going to say it like this. Someone needs to be educating these people on how to deal with the police. Now, someone got in my comment section saying they need a man, and you don't have to have a man to teach your child how to deal with the police. But having said that, was you comfortable that Maisha just said, I'm going to do what's right and I'm going to post it anyway? Should she have listened to Kel? Because Kel actually thought he was sticking up for Jake's best interest when really he wasn't. Break it down for us, Mooch.
I don't think he was sticking up for Jake's best interest. He was worried about what people were going to say about him. And him being punked by the police. That's exactly what he said. So he to me, he was... I had so many problems with this character for this episode.
Me too.
I had so many problems with this character and his reaction with things that he did this episode.
You mean such as this right here?
Such
when I was like, Kel, you drinking Night Train? What the hell, bro?
That with him drinking and smoking the weed?
Yeah.
That wasn't bad.
I was, you know why it was bad? Because you didn't even tell Jake's people that he got arrested.
That is bad.
I was
agree.
like, how you did this? And they got together together and went to look for your sister.
Right. That should have been the first call.
I was bothered with that.
That was messed up.
I was bothered with that whole thing. Yeah, okay, you might have had PTSD, but nah, you didn't even go home to tell your mother what happened.
No.
Well, I wouldn't.
And I had a problem. I had a problem with that whole episode with how they had him react to things, especially if you're gonna shoot somebody in one season. And you come to, and then the last season, you like, it's a gun in my face. You're not afraid of it. But now with the police, you doing like running with your tail.
Come on, man. Nah,
right.
Come on. You know what? That's some bullshit. That's some bullshit. That's some bullshit. Somebody in the comment section too is saying Kevin's a punk. I'm gonna stop you guys right there. Kevin is not a motherfucking punk. And unless you've had a cop pull a gun on you and ready to pull the trigger on you,
yeah, but he's
Kevin's
still
not a fucking punk. Kevin is not a fucking punk for staying alive. He is not a punk for staying alive.
It's how he reacted to it is the problem.
It's how he reacted to it.
He reacted in such a way that kept his ass alive.
No, I'm talking about after the incident.
No, Larry, I agree with you with that part. You misconstruing what I'm saying.
Yeah, it's when it was over with.
It was when it was all over with. His reactions.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
And that was my problem with this episode. And
so a 15-year-old kid.
So
a 15-year-old kid who just went through a traumatic experience is supposed to be in the clearest of minds to do all of the right things. That's what's supposed to happen.
That wasn't the most traumatic experience of his life.
He's a kid with a not a fully developed brain and not a fully developed personality and not a fully developed anything because he's a kid.
He had more of a clear conscience messing with the gangsters than with after the police.
Yeah, because they're gangsters. He knows how to deal with them. That's a part of his normal sphere. He doesn't deal with the cops like that every day. Every day is not him and Jake getting slammed down by the cops. He knows it's a possibility, but it doesn't happen every day. He deals with the gangsters on a daily basis.
But you don't go home and tell your mother. You don't go home and tell your mother what happens as soon as you walk in the door.
No, I wouldn't have told my mother.
You don't go home and tell your
boys and men. Hell no.
No, I wouldn't have told my mother, but he should have called and told Jake people, hey, Jake just got hemmed up by the police. He got beat up. He in the hospital.
I had a problem with that.
Then he could have rolled up his blunt and smoked it. You know what I'm saying? This was for you, bro. But you got to remember, he done seen a kid get killed in cold blood when he was like 10. He shot drunk ass Ronnie. He was packing heat. You know what I'm saying? Brandon then got killed. He'd have been around a lot of violence and death. So to see your boy get punched, now you shook up and don't know what to do.
Exactly. So what you're saying is this kid has been repeatedly traumatized, and he's supposed to be able to make the best decisions like a grown-ass adult would, but except he's only a kid.
I'm just saying he should have called and let him know Jake got arrested.
He should. That's the part I was mad about. Maybe he should have, and if he was a grown man, maybe he should have, and if he was a grown man, maybe he would have, but he's not. He's a kid.
Man, we would have did that. Hey, look, let me tell you something now. I know looking back on it now, I was wrong. But at that age, we was smoking, drinking, getting coochie, getting money. We thought we was grown, seeing people get killed, had guns. We thought we were little grown men back then in Chicago. Growing up, you live a fast life, man. When I turned 21, I felt like I just turned 40. Like, you know how many people didn't make it to 21? You know how many things that I done been through, shot at by people, shot at by the police, guns on me by the police, other people been robbed, drug activities, all kind of stuff. Like, you grow up really fast. And I didn't realize that until I got older and moved to different cities. And I see people 25, 30 doing shit we did when we was 15. I'm like, dude, what's wrong with you? Like, you a grown man doing stuff we did when we was 15, 16. Like, what's wrong with you?
Here's the thing. You
grow up fast, man.
I understand. Here's the thing. You look at interview tapes from when kids get arrested. You think they're running around doing all the stuff you said. They're running around, they're smoking, they're drinking, they're shooting guns, they're getting women, they're all doing all these things like they're little men. And then they get arrested and they're in that interview room and they turn back to that little ass kid that they truly are because of the weight of all of the shit that they've done. The weight of the world comes crashing down on their shoulders and they're little ass boys who don't have the ability to carry that weight.
Yeah, that
But
really
grown men break down and turn into little boys too when they got the weight of what they did facing them.
My point is, you can't expect a little boy to make a grown man decision when the shit comes down and puts that weight on his shoulders because he's not capable of carrying that weight.
This is what I want to know. This is what I want to know from Larry because I've been in Kevin's situation. And I called somebody.
I just don't understand
what was Kevin for you? What Kevin did was fine, right? Is that what you're saying?
I think that ultimately it would have been the best if he could have called him. I think it would have been the best if he could have gone home and talked to his mother about it. If he didn't just go and go drink and get high, that's not the best way to handle it. I'm not saying that's what it was, but I'm saying because he is a boy who's not fully developed emotionally or physically, that he doesn't have the ability always to make the best decisions. And so I'm not saying that I agree that him leaving and just going home and getting drunk and getting high is the best thing. He shouldn't even have had the ability to get any alcohol or drugs.
We used to buy alcohol when we was 15 and 16.
That's easy. It's kids just can't outside the store to ask you to buy.
Underage kids should not drink and smoke because their brains aren't fully developed. And it changes your brain chemistry. So you shouldn't drink or smoke when you're that age. Not because I have some moralistic issue with it, because it's a problem with it physiologically.
That's true.
So all I'm saying is I'm not going to judge Kevin because he made a decision as a boy and try, because that's what white people do to us. They put madness on boys. They try and say, "Oh, you look like a boy. You look like a man. You act like a man. You should be a man." But guess what? You're not a man. You're still a little ass boy pretending to be a man. So I'm not gonna hate on Kevin for being a boy in that moment when he really should be a boy in all of his moments.
Hey, he a boy doing grown man shit. And it's a code growing up in Chicago, whether you a street dude or you just live in that hood, that you got your boys back. If we get jumped, me and you about to catch an ass whooping together, or me and you about to whoop some ass together. If you run, when I see you, I'm whooping your ass.
Come on, man. No,
you can't do that with the police. The guy trying to punk Kevin.
You can't do that with the police.
No, I'm not saying if that's the case, he should have did it, but you should have made the call to let his people know what happened to him.
Well, here's the problem, man. The argument here is that how is it okay that, so what you're saying is you give Kevin clearance because he's still a young man. So he's going to make some mistakes that someone else ain't going to do. But the problem is Kevin has already done grown man shit in more pressurous situations where his life was threatened then too.
Exactly. That was my point with that.
What I'm saying is that when you are a boy, when you are a child, sometimes you may respond appropriately. Sometimes you may not. And the reason why you may be inconsistent in your behaviors that way is because you are not fully developed. Sometimes your brain may say, this is the correct thing to do, and you do it, and it turns out it actually is the correct thing to do. Another time your brain may say, this is the correct thing to do, and you do it, and it turns out it's the exact wrong thing to do, and you don't know the difference at the time because your brain is not fully developed because you are a child.
What you're saying is 100% true, but it's not applicable in this situation.
It's applicable in every situation.
No, it's not, because you talk growing up from Jump Street damn near that if we boys, you got my back. Not to say he should have jumped the cops, but he should have made that call. You know what I'm saying? And let, Trig know, hey, Kev, they just took Jake. He got beat up by the cops. He in the hospital or such and such. They just sitting there wondering what happened to him.
Yeah, I had a problem with that.
I'm gonna say we'll agree to disagree on that so that we can get on with this.
So why are we not mad at Papa? He was there. Why are we not mad at my
boy like that though? It's always Jake.
It's all three of them because
now I am personally not about to let y'all venture out into all this other sidebar. We're just gonna stop it right there and keep the show going.
Let's take it.
No. We're not. This is not summer vacation. Everybody ain't getting in the Tesla. No, I only got enough room for 3 folks today. No. All right, Mooch, I'm coming back to you now on Keisha's situation. Bam. So we know Keisha's putting that baby up for adoption. Now, her whole caveat is that whoever she's going to let adopt this baby, she wants it to be a 2-parent household. Now, keep in mind, she said 2-parent. I don't think she said husband and wife. She said 2-parent household. Now, she goes here, and this lady, she clearly knows that there's tension between this dude and his wife, and she's just like, hell to the no. Now, this lady was a famous YouTuber or whatever, from what I'm understanding. She pops back up later in the episode to give Keisha some of that famous Chicago popcorn.
Garrett's.
And tells her the truth about this situation. So, Moochie, will we see this lady again? And do you really believe that Keisha's going to be able to give that baby up for adoption? By the way, before we go, we've got 125 people in here. Can we get 125 likes? And can we get 50 shares too? I much appreciate it. And I'm grateful to all the super chats you guys have sent. Please continue to support great Black content, as we like to do this almost on a weekly basis. Go ahead, Mooch.
I believe that we're gonna see her again, because it seems like these two are going to develop some type of rapport with each other.
Okay. Wow. Short and sweet. I'm gonna take me a trip. J-Mo, what'd you think about this?
I think Keisha doing too much. Like, she talking about my baby need this. It ain't your baby. You giving the baby up. So, like Dre told her, you just got to put that in the hands of God. And even if you put it in a 2-parent household, who's to say they won't divorce next year? Like, it's none of your business. She shouldn't even be meeting the people. Really, she should let her agency decide and do all of that. Because, like, who the hell are you to decide who gets to do this and gets to do that? Because it's going to be you don't want the baby. So why are you trying to decide this and decide that? If you really cared so much, you keep it. You know what I'm saying? Or in Rasputin, you do it. You know what I'm saying? Like, why she talking about some parent, 2-parent, this or that? Like,
so J-Mo, let me ask you this: if based on what you're saying, would you prefer her to have just had an abortion?
I'm not going to say that. That's a tough situation. If it was me personally, if I was a lady and I was impregnated against my will, like how she was, I may have probably considered that more than anything. Okay. But it's an individual's, each person's, journey. But I think that she is probably doing the best decision overall, which is not taking the life, but at the same time, putting it in the hands of somebody who would love to have it, this, that, and the other. But it's another thing. She's not letting people, she want to get all in their business about their relationship, but she ain't telling her how she got impregnated.
Do she even need to tell him that? I mean,
she don't need to be knowing all this other business.
But that was brought up. That was brought up when they was at their house.
Exactly. Tiff brought it up on the phone, talking about, well, do you think they should know? Well, if they really want a baby, it shouldn't matter. Well, if they really want the baby, it shouldn't matter how many people is in their household. And if she's not with a man today or whatever, who's to say she won't find love, whatever it may be, next year or 2 years from now, and stay with that person the rest of their life? You can't look at the situation that they in today, because she ain't about to be with this man as if she'll never have a man again. And she talking about, I was a product of divorce. That's life. Shit happens. What you supposed to say? I'm gonna make sure that my baby never get a couple that gonna divorce. How can you do that?
Yeah, you can't predict that. I agree with you.
Yeah, you're doing too much, and you saying this my baby. It ain't your baby. You giving it up.
Okay. Larry, what'd you think?
First of all, if you're going to try and present this this happy home that you're going to bring this child into, you should probably sit next to each other on the couch.
They was there.
Like for real. Larry, what was the point in his ass even showing up? He was bickering. He was just acting like a little douche the whole time. Like, bro,
all he had to do was sit there and be like, "Yes, honey. Yes,
they both were. They both were. I'm not gonna put it. I'm not gonna put it all
were.
on him. They both were.
I agree. They both was.
But you can't sit there so far apart. You can drive a truck through them. You have to just say you have to have a conversation beforehand and say let's just go ahead and agree that I'm going to take the lead. I'll nod my head and say yes and no while while so and so takes the lead, and I'll only ask. I'll say something very little, and just be a man or a woman of little words. A few words.
Right.
But I completely understand where Keisha's coming from. She's this, she's having a child. She wants a child to have the best opportunity, the best starting point that they can. And she doesn't want, because the reality of it is that single parent households are much more difficult to raise a child in than two-parent households. If anything, and I'm not even talking about economic levels. It's
but that's
just
the main reason, though.
It's just having an extra person there that can help you, like Lamont's always saying, I got to get off the show because I got to go wash the baby. Now, what if he wasn't there in the household and his wife had to wash the baby and take care of the baby and clean and cook and everything else?
I raised my son as a man by myself since he was 10 months old. And I was even injured in a wheelchair when he was 7.
We want to ask you a question on live YouTube, honey. Can you come in here?
Yeah, go get the doctor.
Honey, are you busy? The baby busy? Can one of y'all come in here? One of y'all show your face so I don't look crazy.
No, it's too late now. Hopefully she's staying away. Here she comes.
Come on in here. Drop down. The people want to ask you a question.
Got a special guest.
Yeah, come on in here. Come sit down. Huh?
She don't want to get on camera.
She don't want to get on camera.
Honey, these people getting rest. They think I'm lying. They think I don't have a family. Never mind, she's not coming. But
you're right, Larry. It can be more difficult, but and then a lot of people used to just women doing it. I've been a single parent taking care of my son since he was 10 months old, and then I had to suffer through traumatic life event when he was only 7. Now he's 17, and I still been raising him by myself. And I've been doing it. Would that have not have been easier?
Would that have not have been easier for you and for your son if you were in a two-parent household?
Yeah, and they would have been preferred. I wanted that. Right. That wasn't the plan
exactly,
either.
And that's where Keisha's at. She's like, I want my kid I want this child. She's calling it her kid because they're giving us some foreshadowing there. They're telling us that she's not giving the child up because she's already emotionally attached to it and calling it hers. And so she's saying, I want my kid to have this start.
And I did too. And I thought we would be together. And I only got one child. I got a lot of practice in, but I didn't get it right on purpose. Okay. I waited.
And so there's certain things I think she's looking at it saying, I want my kid to have this, and because I didn't, I want them to have as much of a head start as possible. Just like I wouldn't want, if I was Keisha, I would only want people that had money too. I wouldn't want to give my kid to somebody who's broke.
But they got
my kid to have a head start. So you're going to be in a two-parent household and you're going to have money. If you don't have that, then I'm going to keep shopping for better parents because that's what I want my kid to have as their head start.
But they got money. But then even if she find a couple that got money, they could break up and they can go broke. People that you find may not have money and they can better their lives and have
they
money
absolutely could. But you go with where you are from the start. You want to give that kid the best head start possible. And if the person that you give that adopts a kid goes broke and break up, there's nothing you can do about that. But you give it to somebody who's broke and then they stay broke. And the reality of it is, in this country, if you are born poor and you are currently poor, you are likely to remain poor for the rest of your life, and your further generations forward are likely to be born into poverty and stay impoverished. And so it is best, if you're looking to give your kid a head start, to let a family that has money adopt your child.
Right. So, by the way, I do have a family. One of them decided to come in here and say, what you doing? Where you at? What you doing?
Man,
all right, now, so we're gonna have to speed this thing on up. So we done with Keisha and her baby. Now we're going on to another thing that disappointed me. So I got video clips for this because I'm so disappointed in this woman. It don't make no darn sense. I gotta watch my language now. Don't make no darn sense.
I didn't order that. Who the hell is that? That's my masseuse.
Oh. So is your masseuse giving out happy endings?
That's none of your business.
Yeah, so that means yes.
You want my husband? It's okay. I don't mind sharing.
How she didn't know that her masseuse worked there? You didn't cover her head up, boy. I remember when my son used to look cute. Nah, hell no. Hell no.
Oh Lord, she loves
Enjoy them times, boy.
I'm gonna give that whole section. We on J Mo. So J Mo, Tracey is in there with Jada, who is getting happy endings.
I think Jay froze up.
Oh no.
Oh, there he's back.
There you go.
He's back. All right.
I thought it was me. I'm about to say, damn, I thought I had my bill paid.
I'm gonna give it to you first, J Mo. What'd you think? Bye. Tell everybody bye, L. Say bye, everybody. Say Daddy will come and see you. Yeah. You heavy. And you walk. You run fast and you on the track already. Go get on.
Look at it.
Roll it out.
Man, life, boy, move fast.
Man, let me tell you something. This little girl, she went straight from crawling to running. Straight. I mean, there was no pass go. There was no crawl. When she got off them knees, next thing I know, she darted. And I'm just like, what is that? I hear this. And this chick is running. Like,
Chucky. Hey, man.
Making room for the next one.
Hey,
you got
move,
Olympic track
move.
star on your hands.
There you
right
go.
there.
Move.
There you
I'm
go.
a 40-year-old man. I ain't got that much energy left. I ain't talking about no making no room for no another one. But J Mo, break down this scene for me, man. What'd you think? Candy saying you want to screw my husband. It's okay. Man. Jada in here getting drinks from Emmett friend who is doing happy endings. Break it down for me, my brother.
Man, it just shows it's a lot of messiness going on. While Jada trying to, cap on Darnell, talking about keeping it in the family. You keeping it in the same age bracket, in the same school with your son. I mean, both of y'all getting your son's friends and leftovers, and you know what I'm saying? Damn, you got nerve to talk, and you got your secret in the closet more so than R. Kelly. Let them find out. Wait till Emmett and Darnell find out about your massages, your happy time. You know what I'm saying? And see what she got to say. She gonna be all embarrassed.
You already know.
No, Emmett don't know that they still doing that. Emmett know one time. No, he know one time. He don't know this has became a thing. And you know what I'm saying?
He showed up at her house. I'm gonna give it to you, Larry. He shows the masseuse shows up at Jada's house and says, "I want to take you out. You ain't got to bring your pocketbook, none of that. You will be the dessert." Did you see the way his ass said dessert?
Get some of that triple layer chocolate cake.
Yeah, man. He started sounding like he from French Lick, Indiana. Dessert.
He was gonna pull out a
He's
French lick.
He's a good businessman. It's like buy 3 get 1 free.
I thought he was a man whore, Larry.
He is. That's what I said. That's a good businessman. Buy 3 get 1 free. He's got that punch card.
Got a
coupon.
He
goes over there. She's got the punch card. She's on her free visit now. So
he got that Costco weed.
Like the 7th visit, you get a free date.
I like that picture right there.
Yeah. Look how she drinking that drink, man.
See, that's the reason why I don't like Lena Waithe shit. She's always hating on straight people and black men. It's like the black woman. What she's not capable of getting a love interest. She has to pay for it. She has to pay for the dick.
Well,
come on, man. That's why I hate Lena Waithe.
She already bought the other ones. This is her freebie.
I want to say this. Lena Waithe, if you ever watch this thing, if you ever see this, look in my face. Lamont, take that down for a minute. Lena Waithe, I want her to see me. Lena Waithe, if you ever watch this, get your shit together. Stop acting like white people act and trying to disrespect us. Stop it. It's
you
not
ain't gonna
cool.
be on season 5. You know that, right?
It's not cool. So then you pass along the message. That shit is not cool, man. It's one thing to tell a story. It's another thing to be flat out, blatantly disrespectful. And that's what it is.
So Moochie, I'm coming your way.
That straw in a good way.
I'm coming your way, Moochie. Give me your synopsis of the scenario. And do you think Jada's going to be upset when she find out he giving other people happy endings?
I don't know, because it seemed like it's gonna go to another level with that. And she's just right now, she's just getting her maintenance done.
What?
She got her maintenance man coming in, tightening everything up, cleaning out the pipes.
What she got, leaky pipes or something?
Yep. He cleaning out the pipes. He unclogging the pipes.
Let me ask you this. How is it gonna? Let me ask you this. How is this gonna work out? The dude is a prostitute, right? He needs to work. So what is she gonna do? She's up there. He's going out and taking her out on a date. She's all up in her feelings. What is she gonna do when he says, "Oh, I can't hang out tonight. I have a client." I can't hang out. I got to do.
That's when it's gonna go left.
She gonna try to put that wop on him and then make him give up his man whoring business.
There's no wop to be put on.
Bigelow.
What did you say, Larry?
There's no wop to be put on that dude. The dude's already slept with her like 29 times. I mean, if it was gonna be put on him, it would have been done already.
It must be if he giving her a happy ending every time.
Not only slept with her, but got paid for all of it.
He already told her when they did it the first time. He was like, "It's no charge."
Hey,
Moochie, that's the same thing drug dealers tell us. That's the same thing drug dealers do. Oh, there's no charge for this the first time. Go ahead and take that.
Get a hook.
Get a hook.
People say Jada gonna catch some type of STD.
Who said that?
A couple people in the comments are saying that.
Jada gonna catch
She ain't gonna catch an STD. She gonna catch a BIC.
Too grown for him. Zion.
She's gonna find out. She's gonna get her feelings hurt when she finds out one of her friends is also his client.
He gonna give her STD.
This is what would be the worst.
Larry, you're right though. That would be hurtful for her.
What Larry said, plus Jada gets pregnant with his kid.
You know what?
That would be terrible.
That's what Dope C said. Facts.
And then she'll have a baby younger than her grandbaby.
Exactly.
Who gonna clean up on aisle 3 all that mess?
Ain't no cleaning that up, J-Mo.
Hold your uncle hand when you crossing the street.
Right. Hey, I was an uncle. My nephew is only like 2-3 years younger than me. I was like an uncle at like 7.
Look, y'all going out and playing. Hold your uncle hand when you cross the street. Don't let him.
Hold on a minute. Let's talk about how twisted all these relationships are in here. Because let's not forget, we have Emmett that's over there that slept with Dom, and now Dom is sleeping with his dad. But let's not forget that Tiffany fucked this dude too, because Tiffany was the one that gave his mom the business card for this guy in the first place.
Yes, too much intertwining.
It is. They are messy. It's all in the family, the black version.
And the mother said that when she came to the restaurant. It's all, you want to keep it all in the family.
She did say that. Yeah, she did say that.
But she left out. She keeping it in the same age range.
Boy, I tell you what, man, y'all some wild folks. J-Mo, this next one is for you. So we got Duda. He done popped up at the hospital. Jake is handcuffed. Trig is in there going nuts, wanting to go get some street justice. When Duda wanted to get regular folks justice, and he forces this cop to unhandcuff Jake. Talk to me about this scene, my brother. What was you thinking? And then we get to the last scene of the night.
I think that Jake and Trig is on some bull. Like, why are they mad at Duda for something that Jake did? Duda had nothing to do with it. You should have been like, you should have been snapping on the police. You know who this is? Right here, this the mayor's son. You wait till he get here. Your ass is fired. That's what I'd have been doing. Not talking about what you doing here. I don't want you. Are you nuts? Like, you got nothing to do. If he's not here, y'all are screwed. Like, you all should have been happy and appreciating that you got an ace in the hole like Duda. Like, are you a damn fool or what? And Trig was so emotional and crybaby-ish. But he supposed to be hard. He was getting on my damn nerves in that scene, talking about some I want blood. And he actually said that loud enough for, somebody to hear. And and you telling that to the mayor, what you think he about to say? And he said, I don't like this either. What you gonna do? Suspend them with pay? No, I'm gonna kill him. Like, what you thought he gonna say? Like you ain't understanding where you at, what you're saying, and the gravity of the situation. I do like that they calmed their ass down a little bit when he said, take them cuffs off of him. Do you know who I am? Take it off for. I had you busted down the crossing guard, biatch. You know what I'm saying? Straight up. And so they calmed down a little bit, but they should have never got all up in arms and had their little you know what I'm saying, Speedos in the bunch. Because they was tripping, man. I would have loved to have had the mayor. Do you know the mayor of Chicago? That's like the third largest city in the U.S. Yeah. The mayor of Chicago has notoriously been, you know, ties to crookedness, which ain't good.
Right.
Chicago, a crooked politician city. I don't know what, you know, Mayor Lightfoot has going on, but, you know, anyway, up until
I know
now,
what she got going on. Y'all done stress her ass the hell out. Hair falling out, eyes bugging out. Every time they show her, she like she's in a catastrophe. So y'all need to get some things fixed down there.
Her hair is great. You right.
What she needs is
out and everything.
What she needs is a tailor. She always looks like she's wearing these suits that are like 5 times too big. I'm like, man,
Larry,
she looks at a tailor.
Larry, she looks stressed the hell out. And Larry, it's your turn on this one too, my brother. What do you think
about? I'll just say one last quick thing. Mayor Daley, who the Daley family like was mayors, his father and him was mayor of Chicago to combine for like 50 years. He had a net worth of $100 million.
What?
So
the mayor? The
mayor, right. So what mayors have a net worth of $100 million? You can check out Richard M. Daley net worth, mayor of Chicago. Like
Mayor Bloomberg had more than that.
Yeah. He had his own damn channel.
But
Mayor Bloomberg is billionaire.
Wasn't politics only. Like Mayor Daley only was
politics.
That's it. How you making $100 million?
It's a damn shame they ruined the black man in Detroit who was as crooked as they was, and Daley got away with it.
Crooked like the letter S, right?
Crooked letter, Mississippi. I can't wait for her to come back too.
That's the S.
Don't get on it, Larry.
This scene here, I mean, it seems silly to me. It's one of those things where Trig is just so dumb. I don't like his character. He's just dumb. He comes off as like this just in the closet homosexual serial killer, because that's all he does. He's in denial about it. He's in denial about his sexuality. Even Imani even got on him saying, "Oh, you can't be like that if we're gonna be together." Blah blah blah. You know, and then he runs around killing motherfuckers left and right. It's just like he's like this closeted homosexual serial killer. It's just like I don't like him. I don't like his character. I'm just and the thing that's ridiculous for me is like Jake's up there all butthurt because he saw Duda stomp a dude's head in and shit. I'm like, what do you think your brother's doing? Right. What do you think your brother's running around this town doing? So you saw Duda stomp a nigga's head in. So what? You think your brother's doing anything better?
Right. And he saw Reg do it.
And
I was just gonna say that.
Yeah.
I didn't understand that part, but
I was like, it's just silly.
It's nuts, man. It's nuts. Moochie, I'm gonna give it to you, then we're gonna move on. Give me your thoughts on this situation.
I feel like when they went, Trig handled the situation all wrong, because that's when he should have been pulling out the ace saying, "Do you know whose son this is? This is the mayor's son."
Exactly.
Instead of, "We don't need you." And with Jake, we good. No, you not. You handcuffed to a bed.
Yeah, you're beat half to death, handcuffed to a bed, talking about what's good.
They sound stupid.
Right. Ain't nothing good about that.
Now, man. That part when Larry talking about a teenager not knowing how to react to certain things, that's where I agree with that. With him,
that was
this
dumb.
Situation.
Right.
How you good? This is when you bring in somebody like that to you know what? I got somebody for you to handle this.
Right. You know what they should have done?
But they made Trig act like it too.
What they should have done is taken control of that narrative, and what they should have said was Chicago police officers attack and beat a black prep school student who is the son of the mayor of Chicago. Right. That should have been the motherfucking story. It should have been. It should have been. We don't need your help or anything else. It should have been the mayor's son who is a black prep prep school student got attacked and beat and hospitalized by the
For no
Chicago Police
reason.
Department. And
Yeah.
that is to the extent for which we have a problem that not even our prep school people. So if you're out there and you're black and you think because I make money and I go to a fancy prep school, you think that you're protected. No, you are not, because the cops will brutalize you just the same. And that's what should have been the story in the narrative.
And that's another reason I didn't like that, because I thought I wasn't sure if he was the man yet because the way they handled this.
No, he
don't have no security.
Yeah, I'm like, if he's the man, how this kid was on your campaign or like with your campaign? So when you won, you know he was standing there.
Right.
Because he was part of you winning this.
Well, they had him in the office by himself, and he won. Whereas they had Lena Waithe with her whole campaign people giving a speech about how thank you, but we didn't make it. He didn't even give an acceptance speech. We didn't see it.
We didn't see any of that. The last thing I remember with who was going to be mayor and who was the thing with Gemma's father when he was getting ready to do the contribution.
Right.
So you never saw the outcome. So I didn't get it. I was like, oh, he is the mayor when he said mayor or gangster. That's when I got it. But I'm like, is he the mayor or like, I wasn't really sure.
They showed him sitting in his office drinking on a little bit of oil. What you call it was there with him. And she was like, she said something to him at that time about why he didn't show up. He like, why get one brother when I can own them both?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But he was by himself. Like, you the first black mayor since it's been a while. I know it was I think Eugene Sawyer after Harold Washington. Anyway, it don't matter. He could have came up, like, that's a big moment. And he's sitting in the office by himself. And another thing that I forgot to mention earlier, Kev was stupid talking about delete the video of Jake getting beat. Why?
That's what I said.
I had a problem with that.
It didn't matter if he
I had a problem with that too.
If you look at that scene again, there was like 3 or 4 people filming. It wouldn't have mattered if she deleted the video. It was still going to get out there.
Right. And Jake was happy when he saw Kev in the hospital, and that he told him that because Jake was mad at Kev because he didn't film it. And he like, well, Maisha did. He like, good. She more ride or die than you. But Kev couldn't have filmed it because he was on the ground too. Which if I was Kev, I'd be like, man, how am I film it? They had me down too.
That's like this. I don't know. It's just like that. I had problems with this episode with certain parts.
Well, we might have to collab again, maybe Friday or something, because I have to truncate this because I'm being called. So we're going to get to the last scene right here, which continues from what we're talking about right now. So the young man who decided to get street justice, and you would think Imani would have been smart enough to talk his ass out of this. I'm talking about Trigg. Gets street justice, and in the first episode, he kills the police officer that accosted his brother. Larry, this one goes to you first, and we'll end with Jay Moore. Is this going to come back to bite somebody in the butt? Yes,
absolutely. There's no way in hell that this cop is going to get killed, and there's not going to be some retribution. I mean, having seen it, and I'll be honest with you, when I first saw this scene, I wasn't sure who it was. I thought it was the cop, but I wasn't 100% because they flashed on the face so quick, and I didn't go back to watch it again.
Well, that's what you got me for. Hey, I got to prove my worth. That's what I got to do. That's what you got me for.
Having seen it and seeing that he kills, I don't know if he killed him. I'm assuming he did. I hope he doesn't. I mean,
no, he beat him up. I'm sorry, he beat him up. He ain't killed him. He beat him.
Right, and I feel like you don't kill someone for beating somebody up. You beat somebody up for someone getting beat up. But the problem is, it's just going to escalate. And now that I see this, it makes me wonder. Maybe due to getting shot, he ends up getting shot by a cop over this because it's this is all going to go sideways. So maybe he gets shot by a cop over this. But the way they're setting up this whole season with all these internal betrayals inside relationships, I still think he's probably going to get killed or shot. Well, he's probably not going to get killed, but he's probably going to get shot because of his relationship with Tracey.
Okay. Yeah, that's right. Moochie, break it down for us. What do you think about the final scene of episode 1?
I don't know why y'all surprised. He's like a loose cannon in this one.
Mm-hmm.
He's not loose cannon. He's just dumb. He doesn't think things.
Yeah, well,
he can't think from A to B.
He don't think things through,
Yeah,
and I'm surprised that she didn't think it through either, because she was the planner. She helped him orchestrate this.
Right. That's what I'm saying. What was she thinking?
I guess anything to please my man. That's what she was thinking.
Okay.
She's a dumbass too. Both of them are dumb.
I was just about to say that, Larry. They both dumb. That was a dumb move.
I think you're gonna be mad at them for this.
Yeah,
what y'all
and it didn't make sense to me either.
This is Tommy from Power, is what y'all saying.
A little worse in a way, because Tommy would have maybe waited a
what's the other one
than
from,
the next
from
day
Power 2?
or the
Kanan?
same day.
No, not Kanan. The one
Drake.
that's in Power 2. That's with
Tariq.
No,
Tariq's roommate.
Oh, you talking about Mary J. Blige's son?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
He did a move like that.
Kane.
Yeah.
He did a move like Kane.
Yeah.
But
I think both of them are a bunch of little emotional bitches just up there running around taking people out because they're in their feelings. They don't. What they need to do is go sit down somewhere, go eat a pint of ice cream, relax, think things through, and say not everybody's a gym junkie. So as some people eat pints of ice cream like me, not everybody. I don't have a 6-pack. I have a 12-pack. But my point is, the dude should have gone somewhere, sat down, relaxed, thought things through, and figured out what the consequences of this would be and how he could better handle it. And instead, just like dude from Power from Ghost Power Book 2 or whatever it is, they make a dumbass decision that's going to have all kinds of serious blowback on you, because now you're going to be at war with the entire Chicago Police Department, and you can't win that war.
I think dude is going to be mad at them for what they did too.
Absolutely, he is.
Yeah,
because it's not that he wants to stand.
That's why it's going to go left.
He's not going to want to stand against Trig. I mean, he's not going to want to stand with Trig, but he can't not, because it's his son.
Right. I think that last scene was kind of dumb also. And for one, why would that cop, it looked like he was in the same hood that he pulled him over, like where, I know a lot of people may not know the geography, but under that train, that's in the hood. So like, why? I mean, it does run throughout the city, but it looked like he in the hood. Like, why is this cop living in the hood? Most cops don't live in the neighborhood they police. And
I was just going to say that too.
Yeah, and so
I was going to ask you, what's the precinct near there?
Right, and also how he find him so fast. Did I give him that information? Like, how you gonna get to find out where this cop live, and why is he jogging at night unarmed by himself? I
don't think he had time to pull that piece the way he got it.
Man, I don't know. I just think that was a little too perfect for him to just get set up to get beat up.
I feel like if you just got done beating up the mayor's son, it's going to be all over the media. They would have said, yo, you need to be on some serious, head on a swivel type business. Like, you need to go somewhere and sit down for a couple of months while we work out the details of if you can stay on the job, or maybe you need to leave and go to a different department, because you can't beat up the mayor's son and not have some consequences come from that. And, and the dude's just roaming around. He's just having a good time.
Who the hell's jogging? Who the hell's jogging in Chicago in the snow that time of the night after what you done did? After what you done, after you know what you done did.
Yeah, like, he ain't got I'm having a lot of problems with it also.
We'll see. So, ladies and gentlemen, hey man, no man, can't nobody afford them markups on treadmills and stuff like that right now. No, hell no, he ain't got.
What's that treadmill that everybody was loving with the computer screens?
Peloton.
There you go. He ain't got no Peloton.
They recalled him. They recalled them because babies was dying, getting snatched up underneath them. They recalled the Peloton.
They really did.
Right up his alley, beating babies.
Right.
That's
right.
Exactly. Beating the babies.
He should have got one. He should have been first in line. Shit.
Yeah.
So, ladies and gentlemen, we've got 131 in the building. Please, everybody, go subscribe to J-Mo channel, Moochie channel, and Larry's channel. Links are all in the description. Let me know if you want to see this panel back next week, because, man, they probably woke y'all up. Who the hell needs caffeine tomorrow when you watch us tonight? And speaking of which, we will be doing Godfather of Harlem on Wednesday, but tomorrow it'll be me, Larry, Mooch, and Nita y'all favorite diva, and I don't know which hairdo she gonna have tomorrow. Y'all got to tune in to see that.
She be switching up to her nails and her hair be done. And her face be beat.
So y'all be sure to subscribe. Yep,
Yeah.
check us
man,
out.
I feel like still talking, man.
Go to your
Be
channel.
talking, man.
If J-Mo want to keep the conversation going, y'all can go to his channel if he decides he wants to do so. I have a baby that's snapping her finger like Thanos, and if you don't watch it,
You
and I have
don't
a pint of ice cream with my name on it.
Yeah,
You ain't trying to get blipped.
No, I ain't trying to get blipped.
I have a pint of Ben and Jerry's with my name on it. So
no blips for me. I do not want to disappear and come back. My daughter 5 years old and talking. No, I need to be here for all that.
What if she blips with
Daddy.
you? What if she blips with you?
Where we gonna go? Where we gonna go during the blip?
Oh no, who knows?
The multiverse of madness? No, I don't have a Scarlet Witch on my team, so no, we don't want to go to no blip. So, ladies and gentlemen, until that next Sex is Hell video, which will be tomorrow at 9 p.m., we'll see you. Subscribe to these folks' channel.
I think I'm gonna go ahead and set it up if y'all want.